I go number 2, I wipe side to side. You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa, good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss.
A little bit of technical difficulty over here. I'm getting a notification that our audio stream is not coming through.
Is that true?
No fucking idea. YouTube likes to tell me a bunch of stuff that's never true. So, we'll just see. It is 7 o'clock on the dot. You're tuned into the Morning Telephone Show. My name is Moss.
My name is Bug, and I started streaming 10 minutes ago, and I didn't know it, and it was embarrassing.
It was really cute. So if you go on the YouTube video for this stream, I believe it's going to start with two or three jumpy clips of Bug sitting in front of the camera, wiggling Lil Moss X in the air. Very cutely.
I was just making his grown tube go.
You were just sitting there literally like, woo, woo. I don't think there's going to be any audio.
I'm pretty sure I was making, you can't hear it then, but I was making a fart noise.
That is so funny. 848-667-7284 is the Bug and Moss Telephone Show telephone number. If you want to call in and leave us any voicemails, we have some voicemails to get to today. We also have a little bit of an update from yesterday's escapade.
Yeah, we do have, so first, we have a first update that we couldn't post in Discord because nobody has Nitro. And they made their file size for free users 10 megabytes, I think.
Oh, boy. Do you have the video in your email or something?
I have it on my phone, tragically.
Oh, bummer. I was going to say I could throw it up on screen, but I'll figure out a way to get that into Discord.
I can email it to myself right now while you vamp.
Well, I don't think that's super important. I think it's better that we just tell the story.
Let's do it. So yesterday, we put the washer back together. Mm-hmm. We were doing our big washer repair.
We did a live stream. Let's fix it ourselves. Two cute idiots try to fix their cursed washing machine. And it was good. The stream was fun.
Everything was looking great. And so then we put some of the gross, disgusting, foul towels that we had used in the process in there, and we filled it with water. And then nothing happened. Not nothing
happened, Bug. What are you talking about? Something very much happened.
Oh, yeah?
The washing machine started walking itself across the apartment.
No, you're jumping ahead.
What do you mean?
First, nothing happened.
Yeah, no, never mind. You're right.
Yes. You totally...
Back up, rewind time. Yeah. So we spent all this time taking the washing machine apart, replacing the springs, repairing it. We put all these nasty fucking towels in it that are disgusting, covered with nasty sludge. And then we pull it, and it fills with water. So something did happen. It filled up with water and then stopped.
And then it stopped. And then so we checked all of the electrical bits.
We thought maybe we didn't plug something in. And then so we took the chassis apart again.
The whole time we'd been taking out more screws than we needed to, which we had a suspicion about.
Yeah, we figured out that you only have to take out 2 screws to get the top open and then 2 hinges to get the chassis off. So we spent way too much time messing with this thing, taking it apart in ways we didn't have to.
We finally, after taking it apart and then half taking it apart again, realized that it was the lid lock. You guys know about lid lock?
It wasn't even the lid lock, it was the lid sensor.
This happened to us last time, and Moss was like, I almost feel like this is a thing I remember. It is a stupid, tiny little metal bar thing that we have to make sure is engaged to another thing that tells the washing machine that the lid is open or closed.
Yeah, you know how when you open the lid on the washing machine, it stops? Turns out there's a reason that happens.
Yeah.
And in this washing machine, there's a little metal bar that's connected to the back edge of the lid. And when you lift that lid up, it swings this little bar down out of this tiny little crevice, which pushes a tiny little button. And if that doesn't happen, if that little button is not pressed, sorry, but the way it works is when the lid is down, the bar is up, pushing the button. If that button's not pressed, the washing machine will not do anything. It literally cuts the power to the motor.
Yeah.
And so we spent a while chasing our tails around that until we figured that out. Got that in, hooked it all up, and then we were ready for the moment of truth. Did our springs actually fix the problem? Which the whole reason we did this was that it had started really shaking, rattling, and rolling. And the answer is no.
Yeah.
It did not fix our problem.
It's possible it's worse.
It may be worse. The first spin cycle it got to after we spent all that time trying to get it to work the very first spin cycle into things like a fucking pogo stick. It's crazy. It's worse than before.
We're continuing to do laundry in it because we simply must. We have to persist. But
that involves a process of standing in front of it during the spin cycle and just sort of like Pac-Manning the mouth of the thing every time it spins.
Yeah, which is still better than having to go to the laundromat, but only marginally. So our current plan is to keep trying because it used to be like you get a free wash or whatever. But again, we have stairs. I cannot stress enough that we have stairs and we also don't have a truck we can put a washing machine in. So we have to know it works if we're going to bring it upstairs and take this one downstairs. So if
we were to get a new one.
Yeah, we're probably just not going to get a new one right now. We're probably going to continue to try to fix this one until we get to a point where it's like you need a part that is more expensive than it would be to get a new washing machine.
Yeah. So we're going to take it apart again. Maybe we'll stream it again. I suggested that we start putting little tally marks on the front of it, like tick marks, like on a gun, like kills the washing machine has gotten us.
Yeah, how many times we have been killed? Yeah. How many lives we have lost?
How many lives has the washing machine taken? How many days of our lives has it taken selfishly whilst giving back nothing? Whirlpool.
And much like grains of sand sifting through an hourglass, these are the days of our lives.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you singing? This sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm singing a song. We're tired. We kind of stayed up too late because we were really bitter.
Yeah, and we wanted the washing machine to work. I don't think that's bitter. I think that's understandable.
Also, I was doing a load of laundry and I had to stand next to it.
Yeah, I did the first one. Brooke did the second one, taking turns standing guard. Blop, 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 open the mouth, stop the thing from spinning. So anyway, I hate washing machines.
Yeah, I'm going to hit that up, do some laundry after this stream. But you know what else I'm going to do? I haven't told Moss this yet.
What are you gonna
but
do?
I'm going to do something, and it's a little bad.
Oh, no.
It's a little
You're
bad.
going to push the washing machine down the stairs?
No, that's later. But I'm gonna go get some donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some donuts.
Oh, dude.
You want a donut?
I'd love a donut, yeah.
Are you going to go Frank's, get some donuts?
You going to Frank's or go to Best Donut?
I'm going to go to Frank's.
Okay. That's good. That's cool.
Best Donut is closer, but I do not prefer them. But Mason, I think, feels like they are the same.
I think they are identical. I think they're pretty much the same. But I like Good Donut's name more because it's Good Donut.
It's Best Donut, like you just said.
Sorry, Best Donut. Boy, howdy, am I tired. We need to get our routine back in.
Yeah, and that's not going to be happening because I'm leaving for Chicago tomorrow morning, but Lil Moss X is coming with me.
Yeah, that's right. Bug has a big old fancy trip that she is going on.
Yeah.
Bug is going to be gone over the weekend. Actually, you're leaving tomorrow morning, right?
I am.
So we're going to have to pre-record us a telephone show.
We can record it from the car as I drive with Averlyn and Stephanie.
I have to figure out how to fix some of the noise stuff, or maybe have you Discord in, because that was wicked fun, but it was crunchy.
Was it really bad to listen to?
Did you listen back to it?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's crunchy. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There'll be a show probably.
There'll be a telephone show for you tomorrow.
It might not be live.
Yeah, it probably won't be live, which also means I'm going to be asleep.
Yeah, that's his story. That's his truth.
I'll probably treat myself and sleep until like 8:30.
You probably won't, though, because you'll probably get up with me.
Yeah, that's true.
So, unfortunately.
Or I'll be woken up, as usual, at fucking 4 a.m. by the cats scratching the litter mat.
Yeah, our cats are bad.
Ugh,
if you have cats, tell us if they're bad.
Yeah, 848 Mossbug. Your cat's bad?
So we have some, and you can send pictures to mycatbad@bugandmoss.com.
Yeah. Email us bad cat pictures. mycatbad@bugandmoss.com.
We have some voicemails. We've got some in our Google voicemail box, and then I also have some in the email. We also have a shout out. We have a new, I almost said a new Patreon, a new patron. Stalker says hi, our friend AJ.
AJ!
Thank you so much for joining the Patreon.
Welcome.
We're going to have to ask AJ if there's something he'd like us to advertise.
Oh, did AJ buy in at the community partner level?
Yes.
That's crazy, AJ.
AJ,
all right.
AJ, you're a community partner, so listen, hit us up.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, good morning to Atticus. Atticus has texted in and said, "Orange cat bad, girl cat sweet angel baby."
We have a different situation, but similar. Our orange cat bad, but our gray cat really bad.
Well, orange cat greed, gray cat pride. I think
Gray cat
lust.
Yeah, gray cat a lot of the sins.
Gray cat hedonistic monster boy.
Yeah, gray cat Caligula.
Orange cat innocent hungry.
Yeah, that's innocent and hungry is a vibe.
That's Chester for sure. Innocent and hungry. It is 7-11, just about.
Also, my favorite genders are orange and girl.
Yes. 7-11 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Let's take our heads and turn them towards the voicemail. Everybody take your heads and let us rotate them towards the voicemail inbox through the front door and into this voicemail. I like to think of each of these voicemails as a little room that we walk into, and this room belongs to George.
Hey, Buck and/or Moss.
And/or.
No different this time. I have a rant.
Okay.
Why don't we have time period set like racing games? You know?
Oh.
Give you like a game set in like the 1940s where I start off in a literal jalopy.
Yeah.
And like the end game boss race is like somebody in like a 1938 like Plymouth Fury.
Yeah, I love
You know?
this.
I think it'd be crazy. Imagine going like 50 miles an hour, but like it feels like 200 for you. Because how like the camera works and the shaking and all that. While like, I don't know, nothing but a hound dog by Elvis Presley playing.
That's such a
I think it'd
vibe.
be sick. Someone needs to make that. And
Yeah.
like make it on console, because I prefer console over PC. And give me a copy for free.
Yeah, that's...
I will shill for that game.
This is so
As well.
wacky racers coded.
Yeah, okay, George, that's an amazing idea. I want to talk about that in depth. Before we do that, good morning to Coyote Astronaut, who texted in and said, "I have a friend with a Bengal who has been known to run off with knives and try to turn on the range. They had to take the knobs
I
off."
have heard of cats like this. First of all, I've heard that
So-
Bengals are crazy. Those are like the big skinny ones.
Big cat, bad cat, scary cat.
But so cute, would have. And I have heard
Oh, yeah.
our friend Ian had cats before that would try to turn on like the gas stove knobs.
Yeah, see, that
Can't handle it.
That's alarming. I would love a Bengal. Even if I had to not have a stove, had to take all the knobs off. They're
The
so
things we
cool.
do
Yeah.
for kitty
They're
love.
so cool and cute. Okay, so George's voicemail. What an amazing point.
Yeah,
Why
this is
don't
huge.
we have any racing games set in those times? Or like when those, those like they look like soapbox racer cars, the like long ones with the like wheels fully
Yeah.
outside of them, the like old school racing cars. I haven't seen any video games of those either.
It's
What a
really weird that
cool
there
idea.
aren't more period. First of all, I would also play imagine like an 1800s racing game and it's your different horses. Like you have to figure out like kind of in Red Dead Redemption 2 where your horses have different stats. Imagine building like a chariot race.
Yeah.
Like there's so many cool ways that this could go. I love the idea of camera shake being relative to like how much you'd be shaking in the game.
Yeah, I was imagining, you've got like your horse-drawn carriage and that classic like the camera zooms out, everything's blurry, the
Yeah.
like Need for Speed effect that makes it look like you're going super fast but in a horse carriage.
Here's an idea.
There's so many historic vehicles, that's all.
And here's an idea for anybody who's like, does anybody, this is a good idea, I'm going to steal it. I listen to small creators to steal their ideas. I'm
it.
a massive, steal this.
Steal this one, yeah.
Steal this one. You just have to send George the game for free and make it on console, and make it on PC. But you can make all of these games, right? Like you can make all of these different racing games and then you can do a Smash Bros style game where you've got chariots against like Aston Martins against like Corvette, like just anything from any of the games. You've got a fucking boat in there.
That is a really fun idea. Actually,
That'd be so good.
Yeah, you could race a horse-drawn carriage against someone in like the lunar lander, not the lunar lander. The black and white penguin spaceship, like the original the space shuttle. Is that just called the space shuttle?
Probably.
I don't know if that counts as an old-timey car, but that was made, in like the 50s?
I think it counts as an old-timey car.
That should be in the game. Kind of like Simpsons Hit and Run. The variety of cars was pretty wide, but not.
And the Simpsons car would be an unlockable for sure. That's a cool car. So you have to give George a copy of the game, and you don't have to give us a copy, but you have to hire us to do your marketing because we're really good at it. Because also, I'm immediately thinking that a space shuttle would be a great unlockable at the end of the game. So you play the whole game, you get something crazy and out of pocket, like a space shuttle, and then you want to play it again because now you have this new vehicle that's totally different.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I also I'm trying to find the name of those old school race cars, the ones that look like
they're like old drag race cars.
Yeah, the ones that look like these sort of tubey guys, these like narrow cars. They're so cool. Yeah, George, great idea.
Yeah,
Why don't we have historical racing games? That needs to happen. And I Googled to try and find one, could not find one. If anybody has any awareness of something like this, if you know of a game like this, I need it yesterday.
Yeah.
bugandmoss.com or email oldcargame@bugandmoss.com.
In case this isn't clear, you can email whatever at bugandmoss.com.
Yeah, anything at bugandmoss.com will get right back to us. Or you can call the number 848-MOSS-BUG. It's the number to call. This is a voicemail that comes to us from none other than our good friend Atticus.
Hey, good morning, Bug and Moss. It's Atticus. Wow. Everything I was going to say just flew out of my head.
Every time. Happens
I'm
to me
driving to work currently, which is what I'm usually doing when doing. No, not that. What I'm usually doing when I call in.
Taking a shit.
What were we talking about? Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Oh, sir. Hi. Hello. Sorry. A man just tried to cross the street with his dog, not at a crosswalk.
Yeah.
And looked at me angrily as if I was doing something wrong.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I did
that happened to me yesterday.
The dog is fine. The man looked at me angrily.
The dog is fine. Man is killed.
Pay attention before you cross the street, kids. Anyways. The first thing that I wanted to say was when Bug was talking about what type of car, she wanted, like the Volkswagen Bus, and so I misheard it initially and thought she said Volkswagen Bug, and then afterwards said like a really tall car. So I was just picturing like a Volkswagen Beetle, like on like stilts or like a giant like some kind of like lever like lifted up. So that image just made me giggle. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. Things that we were like into as a kid that like we kind of felt like we had to, or like whatever. I feel like I would have jumped on this bandwagon of my own accord, but when I was in like fourth and fifth grade, Webkins were Webkins were like the shit, like everything. And like I just like woke up one day and all of my friends were like, "Oh my god, I've got a million Webkins." So then that year for my birthday, I just told all my friends, like, not even like intentionally like, "Oh, I want everyone to buy them for me." I just was like, I don't have any Webkins. So then that year for my birthday, I got like an insane amount of Webkins as birthday gifts, which was nice. But it was very funny. I think I had a third point, but it's going to have to go into a different voicemail. So, love you both. Bye.
Love you too, Atticus. Thank you for calling in. My little sister, Zaria, was super duper into Webkins. Hardcore into Webkins. I remember her first Webkin was the poodle, the white poodle, I think.
Oh.
And I remember I had to help her set up her account, and I set her password to something really mean.
Yeah, we can't cover that
Yeah.
here on the show.
I'll tell you that story when we hang out this weekend. If you're down for that, by the way, Atticus, I'll be in touch.
I thought you were talking to everyone in our audience, and I was like, you can't tell that story on air.
And Bug, also, while you're gone on your trip, I'm having every listener over. We're having a party.
I mean, that's sounds nice. I would want that for you.
Yeah, we could probably all fit in this little apartment.
I think so.
I think it'd be a good time. No, but Webkinz was really cool. I remember like the integration with the internet. That's the first time I remember having an integration with the internet.
I mean, definitely having a lasting power also as a toy with that kind of gimmicky thing.
Yeah. And Atticus says I'm still down. Yes, I'll be in touch. I'm sorry I've been all over the place. I've been meaning to message you. I say that was the first toy I've heard of with the internet. When I was really little, like when I was little too, because I was just like slightly on the edge cusp of Webkinz. But when I was really little, there was a Barney. There was this Barney toy, this interactive Barney toy.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a plug in the back of it. And this thing, it was like about as tall as a human head, plus a little bit more. So like not huge. And the back had a printer cable plug coming out of it. If you remember printer cables, they're like one of those old school computer plugs with like a million little pins inside of it. And you would plug it into the computer and program it with your child's name. And it would then synthesize your child's name. And this is like well before that kind of technology was really mature. So it'd be like, you want to play Mason with me, Mason? And it was fucking terrifying. But I remember it viscerally. Mostly because I remember encountering it later as a teenager after I had become long forgotten and seeing the skeleton of this thing. Because what you would do is you have to unvelcro the back of it.
Yeah.
And then pull out this like chunky plastic thing and plug the plug in and then plug that into a computer. And it looked pretty fucking terrifying in that state to a child. And so I remember seeing it later as a teenager in the basement, like all messed up and like it's plastic hanging out its back and the printer cable like wrapped around its neck. And I was like, this is a grim,
my camera.
a grim sight. Yeah, what happened to your camera?
It fell. Also, listen to this. This is the Actimates Barney.
Oh, is that, did you find the toy?
I think so. This came out in 1997, and it's the only thing that's coming up when I search for something like this. Codenamed Geppetto for the motion technology inside the dolls. The Actimates toys were Microsoft's attempt to get into the toy market, especially the digital sector. Like, it's so sinister.
Their attempt to get into the toy market, especially the digital sector. Yeah.
Yeah, these things look crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's just a Barney doll. And as a kid, I had this weird relationship with Barney. I don't know if I've told the story on here before, but I think I was like 4 or 5 years old and we were being brought through a Walmart. My parents were bringing us through a Walmart. We were in a Walmart. I was a child and there was a guy standing at one of these end caps.
Where were you?
At Walmart.
Okay.
As a child. I was being brought there.
Okay.
A guy didn't drive.
By your parents?
By my parents.
Okay.
At Walmart. As a child. I'm so sorry. We were walking. There's a display, and there was this very kind man standing at the display with a little tiny green screen on the front of it. And they were asking kids to stand there and play the Barney banjo, which was this little banjo-shaped guitar thing that had a sensor where you would strum instead of any strings. And so you'd wiggle your hand there. The little sensor would detect it, start playing music. They wanted to film a bunch of cute little kids singing and playing the Barney banjo to put in a commercial on TV. Now, you would think that I would love that and think that was such a cool opportunity. But apparently what happened was this guy approached my parents and me, a child, in this Walmart. I was brought there.
By your parents.
By my parents into this Walmart. And this guy approached us and was like, hey, do you want to play the Barney banjo in a commercial and maybe be on TV? And apparently I looked him in the eye and said, that would be the dumbest thing I ever did in my entire life. Like 6 years
I feel
old.
like you were right. I feel like this is a wise moment.
I could have been a Disney star, Bug.
Yeah.
That would have been my big break. The minute you see that kid playing that banjo, the way he wiggles his hand in
Babe,
there and jumps around.
You see how some of those kids turned out.
Yeah, well, you see how I turned out. I mean, I don't know. That
I think little kid you had some dark understanding. Also, you have to picture little kid Moss. Dark eyes, curly dark hair, just staring at you. Like, I think that's the worst thing I could ever do in my life.
I had a lot of it ahead of me at that time, too. You know, like, really a lot of foresight.
Yeah. Coyote Astronaut says about the Barney strangled by his own cereal cable. Ghastly.
Yeah, that Barney, the entire existence of that Barney was kind of ghastly.
Yeah. I would like to pivot.
Oh, would you?
I'd like to pivot. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm absolutely ready. What's up, Bug?
I have a voicemail from Matt Bliss that I think will lead into what I have brought to share today, which is a new segment.
Ooh, that's exciting. Although, there are 5 minutes left.
It won't take long.
Okay, let's do it. Hell yeah. I'm excited. I'm always excited when you bring a new segment, Bug. You've got the best segments.
I try. Do you want to unmute my computer?
Yeah, let me know when you have it paused and are ready to fire it off.
I'm ready.
I see a lot of audio coming from your computer. Well, I don't know what this is going to be. It might be our own stream.
It was playing twice.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, Bug and Moss.
Morning, Matt.
I'd like to respond to two things. First, when you talked on Monday of this week about how Moss is terrible at saying his show is good and that people should watch it, or maybe they shouldn't watch it. I have a similar experience with my wife because we do a podcast ourselves about our move to Ireland.
And oh my God, I forgot about that show. I need to catch up.
We think about it from a different way because my wife being a teacher and Ireland being a very small place, it has meant that we don't really talk about it with people too much. Like we don't brag about it, if only because it's us talking about our private stuff. And we very specifically don't mention ourselves or our last names or anything in the show to, preserve our privacy or whatever.
For sure.
But we have taken to very deliberately selecting people who we know will keep the secret, as it were. But there is something at the back of our minds sometimes, well, at least mine, whenever I talk about work that I do and wondering if it's for somebody or not. It's a form of protection, I think. It stops us from getting our hopes up about someone enjoying the show. And then when we hear nothing or something bad, which we never would at the end of it, but when we prepare for hearing that, we want to preserve ourselves from the inevitable degradation of our esteem to be able to continue and think it's a good venture. So the imposter syndrome is real, regardless of the circumstances. And Moss, I think you need to catch the moments when that voice starts to creep in and you tell people not to listen or watch what you're doing and just tell it to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because there's not much else you can do with it, really. Or you get an ego, like I do. Like I know my voice sounds great.
It does.
Maybe it doesn't.
No, it does.
It does.
I'm fairly confident in it at the moment.
Yeah, no.
So I'll brag about it sometimes, just to feel good.
Yeah, Matt, your
voice.
But
the second thing I wanted to respond to is being a car guy.
Australian butter.
Strong feelings with Need for Speed Underground. I played Underground 1, Underground 2, Carbon, Pro Street, Rivals.
Wow.
But the big one, Most Wanted, Blacklist Edition, the very first one that came out in 2006.
Yeah.
Best soundtrack of all time.
Yeah, wicked.
Amazing cars, great gameplay. And I do aspire, like you, Moss, to be the car guy. And I think I am. And we all want a hood scoop. We all want a Lancer Evo rumbling in our driveway to enjoy.
Oh, man.
But anyway,
so many
Underground fans, tell me, how many games have you played and which one's your favorite?
I love that.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Matt. Thank you for calling in. Need for Speed Most Wanted. So you are much more of a Need for Speed guy than me then. I think I only played Most Wanted. I watched friends play a couple other ones, but Most Wanted was my jam. Soundtrack off the charts. To the point about how to tell people about things you're creating that you want them to enjoy and downplay it. Maybe the thing I'm going to try and tell people not to listen to my stuff, but I'm going to try and do it in a mysterious way. When people are like, what do you do? I'll be like, oh, I can't talk about it. And, maybe that'll build intrigue.
But what you have to do because of the nature of our work is you have to go, oh, I do a podcast. I can't talk about it. It's called this. I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
This is the URL. I can't talk about it. Here's the QR code. I can't discuss it.
I mean, I was trying to think like of the same tactic that I'm waiting to employ the next time one of those people asks me if I want to switch internet providers when I'm at the grocery store. Have you encountered that, listener? You go to the grocery store and there's people outside from like Spectrum or whatever. And they're like, "Hey, where do you get your internet from?" And they're like going to talk to you right there and sell you on a different internet. I want to like walk up to them and put my hands on my belly like in like the pregnant gesture and be like, "Oh, I can't," and then like point at my tummy and just like keep walking. And be like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to have internet anymore," or something. Just be weird. I want to employ that strategy in sharing my content, quote unquote.
Or like turn and look at them and just go and start backing away.
Bug, you said you have a new segment that we want to wrap on.
Yeah.
I have paused the timer because it would have wrapped the show. Because it is at 1 minute now. I want to say, look how beautiful the sky is behind us right now.
It's so nice.
It is gorgeous. It is beautiful outside here. I hope it is beautiful wherever you are. What's your segment, Bug?
My segment's a really quick one. So I saw that Matt had sent a voicemail talking about imposter syndrome, and I wanted to introduce everybody. I just tried to use Lil Moss X as a mouse. I wanted to introduce everybody to my new segment, Bug's Reading Nook. And I wanted to recommend 2 different Substacks, so 2 different essays, which we'll link in the show notes. One of them, and you should just read anything you encounter, subscribe, enjoy, to Bridget's Substacks. Bridget's been on the show, friend of the show. Bridget and I do 13 and Edging together. And she has started a Substack, but I want to specifically share the essay she wrote, Jack of All Trades.
It's really good. Really, really good.
I think I'll give you just a taster of it, which is, you don't have to believe in astrology, but the Virgo in me clings to anything that helps me feel in control or prepared. I'm a sucker for planners, notebooks, and color coordination. Every year, I get a new notebook, organized with a big pen with 4 color options in it to organize my days. In the back of, this essay is about Bridget trying to get 1,000 no's as a way to kind of like meditate on being able to deal with rejection. And it's about what that actually feels like before you've gotten any yeses.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first line in the essay is really powerful to set it up too.
Yeah.
I'm from memory because I can't read it off your screen.
Do you want me to read
it? I love Bridget's Substack. I've accidentally read it in its entirety. Like the first post, I was like, "Oh, let me just check this out real quick." Click the first post, accidentally read through the entire thing, cooked through it. Second post, same thing. And if I remember correctly, it starts with something like, it was a text that she was sending to her husband that was like, "I think I suck at everything I love to do. LOL."
Yeah, that's the first line.
And it's a very, very well written essay just about the struggles with being creative, sharing your creative things, trying to exist in the world, and trying to be a jack of all trades, which is the title of the essay. The Substack itself, is it auntb.substack? What is the URL?
It's auntb, B-E-E, auntbee freeman.substack.com. But we'll link it in the show notes.
Yeah, for sure. I'll make sure to throw a note in there.
And then I was sent this Substack by a friend, Sarah, because we've been talking a lot about imposter syndrome, being a creative person, trying to freelance, trying to survive. I think, I'm sure this other person's their other writing is amazing as well, but I've only read this one, which is the only reason I'm like, definitely read this. This is an incredibly good, I found it to be like a relief to read. This is called A Project Will Save You by Rosie Spinks. And let's see. I'll go ahead and read the intro into this just to get you guys hooked. 1 year ago, I wrote a post entitled, "Everyone I Know is Worried About Work. Unfortunately, it has aged very well." And this essay talks about the idea that a project will save your life. And it really, she tackles every aspect of what it looks like as more and more of us are losing our jobs and losing security, and how we can actually take control of some parts of that, and how being a freelancer and being a creative has actually prepared her really well to weather the storm.
That's super cool. So we'll put links to those in the descriptions. I don't know how to do that with a live format, but I'll put it in, I'll edit it in so that they're in the video for people watching it later.
Yeah, we could comment it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like just on it so that you guys can click it there.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a better solution for that moving forward. But
Also, if we forget, just go to our podcast feed.
yeah,
And there will be links in our show notes.
bugandmoss.com.
Yeah.
We'll take you there. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining
I was
us.
trying to say tuning in and joining us at the same time. Thanks
Joining.
to joining us
Yeah.
on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show.
Thank you for being here live, Atticus and Coyote Astronaut. It's been a blast.
Coyote Astronaut. Enjoy your days. Enjoy your morning. It is 7:35, April 16th, 2026. The sun is shining, the sky is pretty, and everything is just beginning.
Everything is just beginning.
We're going to get some donuts.
We're getting donuts.
Ooh, I can't wait for donuts.
I love you, Moss.
I love you, Bug.
This is NPR.